Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is your final video of the day, and as I promised, I was going to do a video talking about the Legends badge. Currently, we have the situation of doing 100% heroic and master in the quickest time possible, which, let's face it, is a sub 3 hours, so anything between 2 hours and a half and 3 hours, usually gets you, not guaranteed, but usually gets you the Legends badge. This is very important as the Legends badge is going to change in December. Now, yes, I could remind you all a lot sooner, but you know, this at least gives you an opportunity to know what you need to know in order to try and get that flat or sub 3 hours in order to get the badge. It is going to be changing to Uncollected and Cavalier, where currently it's heroic and master 100% in the quickest time possible. I picked up my Legends badge back in September of 2017. I actually did my run, I think it was August of 2017, so it's been over 3 years since I've had it, but everything's going to change. I did have a Legends run guide, which will actually change. That is actually going to be irrelevant when it comes to the new changes that come in the new year, and depending on what's coming in, because Kabam do allude to some sort of like new title and have a fresh new look, whether or not those that had previously Legends title will get it, or will they have to rework for it, which that's going to be something down the line to work on, possibly. I don't really know. I don't know if I could really be bothered with a rigmarole of having to 100% Uncollected and Cavalier as quickly as possible, and my sanity really go, but we'll have to see what drops and what rarity, also what the point will be, apart from going, yay, I've got new Legends title, hurrah. But slight jabs aside, and let's focus on what you need to know about the Legends title, or how to get it. Well, you only have one more chance, depending on how Kabam class that new year, whether or not it's being the new event as of January, or will it be early on into 2021. But either way, you've got an opportunity between now and next week. It's usually the second week. You have to do it in the second week of the new event going live. And as well, to give you a perspective as well, Hollywood Shono recently got the Legends title, congrats. And as well, to point out that with this, it showcased that this was close to the 3 hour mark, which again is very important, but also the talk of the Corvus glaive element, the boost, and I want to assume, I could be wrong, but you know, when I did my run, and I know with a lot of people doing their runs, they would get Suicide Masteries, which basically meant that you're kind of overloading your attacking side of things and your damage output, especially with the rate of grind. It's a pretty rigorous thing to kind of go for an intense 3 hour grind without kind of going, oh, do I need the bathroom? Yeah, well, you're going to have to pee through this, or kind of like, maybe it's good to have a bottle or a can nearby. But no, you have to be quick, you have to be fast, and you've got to get it done. A good Suicide Mastery can be the make or break for this situation, but also boosts. So I'll put links in the description. Have to do a Suicide Mastery. I think I've done it like a couple of times, but I think there's some decent guides out there, a long list of them, which I'll try and put together and put out for everybody to kind of like see. If you are interested in doing this, if you're not, then do bear in mind that things will change for this, and this may be the best opportunity. When it comes to boosts are one of the most important things, especially amping up your extent of damage output from the attack boosts, which are there right the way through to even like individual champion boosts. If you've got special attack damage increases and Corvus is your go-to champion, and this won't be a case of like, oh, go Corvus. It's a case that there are other champion options, especially ones amplified by synergies, which we'll talk about in a second. The 30% greater champion boosts are some of the best ones. The health ones, it's kind of like on the fence, but you just got to boost up. You also got to set reminders or understand when your boosts are going to expire, because you will need to like put new ones on when they do expire, because that's going to be the thing. Get those boosts on, do the more damage that you can, and as well get through as quickly as possible. One of the key things and one of the unfortunate things is that if you've got the most latest of iPhone, or to a degree the most latest of Android device, and I'm talking like top processors, you know, optimization for gaming, when you've got those, it means that this will be a bit better. Loading screens are going to slow you down, so between you going from one fight to another, loading screens will let you down. And I'm not saying it has to be a case of like the most modern iPhone, or an iPhone in general, or the most modern Android. It's just that's the problem. If the game isn't optimized for your device, this might make this situation more unbearable if you are waiting, and you might be like, oh, I've come close. And I think when I did it, that's when I changed over. I got the iPhone 7 Plus, which is this phone here. If anybody, the astute among you, will notice that I do switch between different devices. When I've got the more kind of like the two kind of bits over the top and the bottom of the screen, That's when I'm using the 11 Pro because it functions better with the game. This phone was released last year and runs the game relatively well. I probably wouldn't in the future will look towards an iPad if YouTube actually bothered to pay me any money from ad revenue. Which they might do next month, but that's another story for another day. But if I'm doing widescreen stuff that I want to just produce like video stuff are looking a bit better, then I use that because I don't like the way that this looks up for video recording. It just doesn't bode well. So I need a Max, I think, in the future. In any case, I digress. And let's talk about the fact that you will need an iPhone or you will need a modern Android device, and I'm talking like 2020 device, in order to make sure this game at least has limited loading screens. So that's the only other way to kind of really safeguard yourself on that time frame, which you need to get close to that between 2 hours and a half and 3 hours, which is possible, but it is always the case that it's down to the champions as well. That's another fundamental thing. As we've just seen, like my champion selection is relatively good. I would say if you've got a rank 2 6-star, brilliant. That's a good starter. And let's assume that most of the people that got rank 3 6-stars may have done this, or at the same time they can't really be bothered with it. And that's cool, but that's the thing of looking like what is the best option for this. Some go-to options, I would say Ghost. If you are a fan of Ghost, then hey, go with Ghost. I do have a Ghost there, which I probably will rank 2, but I just don't play Ghost as much as I think I should, but it's just down to personal preference. Magneto, because you're able to ramp up damage, the bleed vulnerability, or the bleed immunity to a degree. It limits down damage. You're able to kind of really stack on great amount of prowess very early on, and especially if a lot of the champions are #metal. Like last month, #metal for Cosmic Ghost Rider, so it was a good kind of link up play there. So whatever happens like next month, it's important to see what the hashtags. It's #metal, good interaction, but still Magneto slaps a lot of damage. Even better if you pair up with Apocalypse. Professor X has got some good damage output as well. Anything that would interact well with Suicide Masteries, Hyperion would be a good option because it's all about quick burst damage. You can go with like parry, heavy attack, get those fury buffs on, and then smack him with a load of damage as quickly as possible. You got Domino. Domino is a champion if she has the bleed ability on, or is it the bleeding? Because the thing is, that's what you get. You start off with liquid courage, or the other one, double edge. That's it. You get double edge. It means that you're able to stack on damage as quickly as possible from damage output perspective. So that's built into the abilities. Your damage output is going to be better as a result. Smack in an SP2. You might have already done it with an SP1. Quick damage, quick crits, quick bleeds, all this stuff. It's a great champion for that. Cable with Apoc Synergy. Now I don't have Apocalypse, but Apocalypse in general is a real kind of good asset to kind of, again, improve damage output. Warlock can be of like assistance, but I don't know if it's going to be one of the best ones, because what we want to see is quick, punchy damage. Nick Fury is a good option for that, especially with doing 4 lights in a row. Get that internal bleed going off, and especially if you've got a good kind of a mastery setup, it means that you're able to slap them out of damage. Go into life model decoy very early on, and you're able to, between fights, just smash out so much damage. So that may be something to consider, but at the same time, time is going to be ticking, so you need to be as quick as possible. Colossus is a great champion as well. You've also got Human Torch, is another great champion. These two are pretty effective for damage output very early on. More so if you pair up them. I think Colossus, if you pair up with some good synergies, you can see a good amount of damage, and especially like just quick burst damage off that SP2 and done type methodology can mean that you're able to pick up the good stuff very quickly. So yeah, there's lots and lots of options. Those I've just mentioned are some of the best. There's some iffy ones, but I think it's all about as quick burst damage as possible. You could use Guillotine 2099, especially with Suicide Masteries, but again, that's down to a personal preference thing. But here's the thing, if you've got a Corvus Glaive, that's one of the best options. Maybe Dr. Doom, but as I said, the ones that I've mentioned earlier are some of the best quick ramp up options, especially if you're synergizing, and especially if you're like, okay, we've got Corvus on one hand and then something else. I did mine back in the day with classic Cat Marvel, so that's what I used in order to do this, but it will be down to whatever you have obtainable, who's your highest rank, but yeah, those are really my thoughts and advice of champions I think would be quite good for this. Also, if you're looking for boosts, go to your loyalty store and see what's on sale. You could get, as it is now, special damage increases. So if you're looking to do a specific champion, then that could be of benefit. As well, look at your spend in energy refills. I would, in order to save time, buy a load of energy refills. Not a huge amount, just buy 10 and then take it from there. Once you're kind of at a point you're like, okay, well, I need some more. You can either go quickly into your inventory from fights and then claim, go into items and then claim. As simple as that. But it's up to you how you want to do that. Whether or not you buy in preparation, you not buy any units in preparation. You know, you need to buy buying energy, but that's the thing. Like, if you don't have a good unit supply, then I don't think you're going to be able to do it very quickly. So, would you be able to box clever with it? Possibly. And at the same time, remember, don't go into the quest. Like, just hang about a little bit before you think about going into stuff. So, just kind of like wait off, and it's like, you know, so you've not like now it's like, well, I can't do a Legends run because I've already done this. So I'm like, you need to go in fresh, do that, and then done. I would recommend to record some of it as well if you can, especially as it will allow you to have a bit of evidence if it's questioned by Kabam. Not to say that they wouldn't, but at the same time, it's always good to have that backup of evidence just in case. Now, it's not completely doom and gloom. I wouldn't say like, okay, well, you know, next year as of January 2021, it's over. You won't be able to get the Legends title in the same way you did. But I do think that this is something to bear in mind. If you want to push for this, definitely got this month to do, as we're not 2 weeks into the event. The second one will be December, so try for December. The third one, maybe January, and it's a case, always come back to this. I'll report on Marvel Contest of Champions news where we're up to with this. I'm sure Kabam won't say it's next month and it's over. It's a case that they'll just kind of give us a plenty fair warning on this, but at least gives you that opportunity if you're interested to grind out. Rank 2 6 stars, 565 5 stars are possible. I definitely know that certain champions I've mentioned will be effective enough, whether or not they're synergized or not. And as well, you know, you can just prepare yourself if you choose to do this. Flat 3 hours, Suicide Masteries, boosts. Yeah, I mean, it sucks to say like it's going to be on the like an iPhone. It's like, but unfortunately, that's the problem. Game optimization and quick loading speeds are something to really consider. And yeah, more modern Android devices will do this. So it's kind of it sucks, but well, it does suck. I'm not going to say it is what it is because it does suck. It would be nice for it to be more kind of across the board, that everyone's able to get this, but you know, I don't know really what to say with it. You know, Kabam need to do a little bit of work with optimization. I know they do their best, but look, if you want it, those unfortunately are the things you've got to do. And there we go, that has been the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please hit the like button, subscribe for more content, some more guides and other stuff. I thought it's probably best to put this out now before it's you know, just I'm unable to kind of like get this coverage out before things change. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for watching. I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.